I hope that they weren't really bad nightmares. I just woke up from one. I mean, it wasn't a horrific nightmare, but I saw the devil. I saw a red and black devil. It was giant, and it wasn't a real devil, but they made it look real. Somehow we were stuck in these great big apartments, and we could not wear certain types of clothing. We could not wear them. We had to get rid of them. You could only wear certain clothing. You could not. I was probably up on the third or fourth level of an apartment building, and all the curtains had to be pulled back a certain way. And some peoples were going to an airport. Good morning. Some people were going to an airport, and the airport was strange too. I mean, it was a normal airport. But you had to say something. It started with a K. I know the letter K was in there. You had to say the letter K or something. Going in this airport, I don't even know where we were going. I didn't go in it because there was lines. It was a drab looking airport, but I remember being stuck up there in a big apartment. Nobody could go out. Everybody had to wear the same clothes. The curtains had to be pulled back, and had to be a certain material. And I thought, how on earth are we trapped here? You had to behave a certain way. You could not be yourself. You could not. Good morning. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. I saw Trump somewhere in my dream. I did. Somewhere in my dream. He was in my dream somewhere. And something had just been said. I don't know what it was. And since everybody's windows, the curtains were pulled back by the windows, we could see outdoors. And there appeared this great big gigantic red and black demon with I don't know, it had black stripes going down it and stuff like that. It was massive, massive enough to make its way up to the third or fourth floor. Its head was big, and it was speaking. You could hear it speak, and at first when I heard it speak, I thought, oh no. It made me scared. And then when I saw it, then I got even more scared, and I went to the window, and I remember telling my son, because he was up there too, he was inside, people were in the buildings, he was inside. I said, you know what? I said, that's not even real. I said, look down below. It's an inflatable thing. It was inflatable. Massive, massive inflatable demon that somebody made with red and black. And of course it had a human-like head figure, no hair or nothing. It was just red and black with streaks. And I could see where it was coming from below. There was like some kind of big old truck or something below. And I didn't see nobody. I told my son, I said, we got to deflate it. We have got to deflate it. I said, we've got to puncture it. We got to poke a hole in it. We got to puncture it. And I thought, there's no way we could use a gun. Nobody had no gun. Doesn't make too much noise. I said, if we could throw something at it, just throw something and just puncture it, deflate that demon. And I remember opening up one of a chest of drawers, and I thought, if I had a dart, I'd throw it. I would have. I found a great big knife. I did. This knife had a blade on it, and some kind of like ceramic like handle that was made. The blade was stainless steel also. It was, it looked as if it too had been freshly made out of the fire, like that. I said, we will take this knife and I'll throw it. I said, I wish I could just throw it like there so we could puncture it while we were looking. We closed the curtain so they could not see, and we wrung out some other type of clothing. I don't know what the clothing had to do. There was, you had to wear a certain type of clothing. You had to, the other clothing you used to wear, I remember folding up some pants that had circles on them and just different, someone called them very loud clothing and stuff. You had to put that away, hide it. But I opened, peeked out the thing and threw the knife in there, and I could see that the demon was already being, it's a devil demon. It was already like being deflated, and I can see men down there. And I threw it at the that massive devil demon down there, and we put the curtains back just exactly how they were, and it started to deflate. And the men were looking around to see what had happened. Where did it come from? Because nobody was supposed to have any type of a weapon. Nobody. And they found that knife on the ground. It had like, of course, it was stainless steel. The knife was probably around 7 inches long, shiny silver stainless steel blade with, it looked like it had just been forged. And the handle was a dark, like an emerald green, maybe with a tint of red. It was tubular, but with a flare on the bottom, a curved flare going bent inward toward the handle, and also on the top, something like that. But it didn't stick out too far. It was just like a part of it. And then they looked up the window where we were at, and I knew they saw us. I knew they saw us. And I woke up inside that building. That great big devil, demon, black and red, red and black. Red and black demon. I wish I could find a picture of it. But nobody got out of the houses, and you could not behave. You had to behave a certain way. You did. I don't know if anybody else had any nightmares. I mean, it wasn't. It was. And K, the letter K, but it was like, I don't know what you had to say or what was being said inside to enter that airport. I don't know what it was. It was the airport. Didn't look like an airport, but I knew it was an airport with big just doors going through. It's like doors that would slide open. It's tan. There was no lights to light it up or anything, and there was no darkness. It was just like drab, very drab, tannish-like buildings or something, building glass door. I want to look up a demon. If you had a nightmare, you're not the only one. I had a nightmare. I had woke up, let's see. I woke up earlier and I thought, this is too early, I gotta go back to sleep. Yeah, I did. Red and black devil costume. Oh, I want to do the costume mask. It would have been something like this, but there was no, it had more black streaks on it. It had black streaks going down its face and stuff, and there was no drape around it at all, but those were the colors, just like that. I wish I could find a really good one. Mask, I should say mask. Red and black devil mask. The thing was enormous. Devil. This thing is not letting me write. Red and black devil face fitting mask stripes. It does, whatever it was here, and it was able to speak. It could speak. It didn't have no mustache, just red and black streaks down it, all down it. These were the type of streaks it had. Streaks similar to this, but they were going straight down and no funny face at all. It was just massive, massive, massive streaks. It is massive. It's bigger than the windows. It was inflated. It was coming from below. It came from below. Someone created it. But it could speak. And it was here, and we were inside buildings. A building. A space station. Good morning. Yeah. Catherine, you want me to talk of the rapture on August the 15th? I'm going to remember that date because I remembered all the other dates before that people have put out there. And that's been going on for years. We actually did a video. It went all the way back after the ever since the Bible was written in the New Testament, it went all the way back. And just recently, lots of YouTube channels and mouthpieces were calling for a rapture, given certain dates, and the dates came and nothing happened. But I will remember that date. I will. Did I banish it? And I deflated it. Did, threw a knife at it. Big. Just deflated it. Pulled the curtains right back and they saw. Yeah. Somebody wanted you in Tennessee, Brandy. Hello, you all. It's not unusual for you to have nightmares and visions and things revealed to you in dreams. People have it a lot. Some are just nonsense. Some are of spiritual nature. Some act as warnings. But we are living in some really strange times. When I have stuff like that, a dream like that, and I immediately wake up from it, oh, it's got my attention big time. They created it. I did see something quite a while back that they created a holographic AI. They had it on display too, and they were able to make it speak. It was enormous, enormous. A holographic AI, but this thing, whatever this thing was, it was the devil in red and black. I know Trump is in my dream. I couldn't see him. And I know the letter K was in there, and you had to dress a certain way. You couldn't wear your regular clothing. You stuck in those buildings. Everybody's in a building. There is no weapons allowed. I did have a knife. In some countries where they ban guns, they have knives, and they've been using them. Well, everything is supposed to be, it's got a black screen. Used to be the blue. Look at that. Where was that place at? Did you just see that? Where was that place at? Do you think that was a clue? Do you think that was a clue? Where was that red place at? Um, um, I was getting ready to click into it. I was getting ready to click into it. Wow, AI is listening. But it was a place. Um, yeah, you missed it? Oh, it was only up there very briefly, not even maybe 1 second was it up there. Yeah. Um, I don't dream in the day because I don't take naps. If I were to lay down, if I'm so totally utterly exhausted, which is extremely rare, very rare, I might close my eyes and take a nap. That might happen once or twice a year. Otherwise, I won't take a nap because I think of all the things I could be doing. Yeah, you saw it, Tina. I don't know where it was. Normally when you have a screen like this, when you have a screen like this and you it pops up, it shows stuff and you're supposed to be able to click on it, but I saw, yeah, it looked like that. It wasn't a pointed face, but it was a red and black demon. Devil. Massive. They created it. It was inflated. And it was able to speak. And his voice echoed. It was right after Trump said something. I think he said something in my dream. I know he was in it, but I can just barely see his face. He had said something. And the demon rose. Could just be a nonsense dream, is what could it be, just a nonsense dream. But no, Gina, do you think it was nonsense? No, I do not. I don't think it's nonsense, and I don't think it's irrelevant. I believe that it is a spiritual, it's a warning. It's the warning the devil's here. And it is not, it's not far-fetched, and it's not a conspiracy either to say that there are 15-minute cities popping up all over the place. And they are built like military bases. On a military base, you have everything you need. And depending on what base you live in, you will live in a condominium, or you'll live in a great big apartment building. If you're lucky, you'll have your own little house on base. But normally they'll put you in complexes. And like we were in a complex in Berlin because it was a open base in West Berlin, Germany. It was military housing that were built as apartment buildings where the military families stayed. As army housing. When I said that, that light flickered. It could have just been a pull of electricity. Hello. Yeah. Hello, Susan B. Al, honey, Apple Brooks, honey. If there's any other moderators on here, hello. That's what I saw, the devil. The devil rising. Demon, inflatable, giant, holographic AI created to speak on display. Well, shoot, not dystopia, display. You're just tuning in, good morning. The giant statue to be displayed, where's that at? Of course, we've got, where's this at? Let me click on it. A new statue will be displayed. Did you all see that statue displayed in your city, whatever that is? In cities across the globe, the 10-story public art display will showcase the giants in communities across the globe using technology. Did you all see that? I've got the sign off. Uh-huh. This ain't the one. It's the first look at the giant statues coming to 21 cities across the globe. Why would they do that? It was on May 11th is when they were coming across the globe. I have to wait for this commercial to end, I guess. Yeah, the ad has to end, and I'm going to show it. It's art. Just wait 1 second, and I'll flip it around. You're going to flip it. There it is. Let me see what they had to say. Oh, they pixeling it.
Attractions, and we, this reporter included, just can't resist snapping selfies.
Public art really allows us to engage with places in a new way. You know, people question, what is this? Why is it here? We discover new areas of our city. We get excited about the places where we live. Because it's dynamic and makes us excited and bring...
I'm not seeing that. There it is.
Their goal.
Massive. Okay, that's artwork. It's okay. I don't want to look at it no more. I don't. There it is. Oh, yeah, well, I'm not gonna look at it anymore. I'm not. There was something in the news. Mark Zuckerberg disagree how Google and OpenAI are creating one big AI to say it's as if they are creating God. India Today. Industry talk about building the one true AI. He's got the one true AI, you all. Let's see. He's got the one true God. It's a big turnoff. Okay, it is a big turnoff. Let's look at this really fast. AI is a religion. He looks different all the time, I'm telling you. The idea, I find it pretty big. It's almost as if they kind of think they are creating God or something. Don't think that's how it plays out. Mark Zuckerberg revealed in the interview that he believes that in the future it is not just going to be one AI. I just don't think that. Currently seems to be working towards one big AI. Google and OpenAI. They got testing AI Studio. Okay, that's enough. That's I'm done looking at it. There was a demon. There was a devil. Massive devil in my dream. It was an inflatable one. We were locked in buildings. You had to wear certain clothes. You couldn't have any weapons, and it was able to speak, and those were the colors. I saw the massive face all the way up to like the 4th story of the building, and I immediately woke up from that nightmare. Is what I did. So if you're just tuning in, y'all, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. I thought when I woke up after having that, I immediately woke up. I thought, I don't want to do a video. And then I got my coffee. And then I got my laptop. And then I came out here. I said, now I got to do a video. And that's what I'm going to do it on, no matter how weird it may sound. It was created, and it was able to speak. It was a devil, massive devil. School started today. We got the power to turn off our devices and go dark, but they can track you anywhere you go, anywhere. They were installing 3 new cameras up in Jeffersonville when me and my mother was coming back from an appointment. 3 more traffic cameras. The cameras are everywhere. And the food you buy, even though you think they're not tracking, they got the technology now. If it's in your house, they can tie it to you if you purchased it. They can. Even if you turn your phones off, they can still track you. It's like even if you turn your computer off, erase everything on the hard drive, destroy the hard drive, that's okay. They got back door and another back door. They've got the information they want. You cannot run and you can't hide. You cannot. They'll find you and they will track you down. And they'll track everyone connected to you. It's like stalkers, trolls. They go after everyone connected to you. They're just part of the bigger things out there. It's like the mobs and the mafia. If they can't get to you, they will go after your friends. Just think of trolls and hate groups and bullies like that. They're just doing what someone above them does too. But the devil, I'm not going to get into all that kind of stuff. It was in a big building, apartment building. Everybody had to wear a certain type of clothing. And everyone had to have their curtains pulled back a certain way. And there were to be no weapons. And Trump was in that dream. I don't know where he had said something. I couldn't see him. And people were trying to get into an airport. They were going into an airport, something to do with the letter K. And it was like drabby tan glass doors. People were lining up. You couldn't go in unless you said something. And a great big devil face appeared toward the middle of the building on the outside, and it was speaking. And it was scary to hear the voice, because it was, everybody could hear it. And to see the face, I thought, oh my God. And I looked out the window down below, and it was coming from below. It was some type of inflatable thing that was made. And I told my son, we've got to deflate it. We've got to deflate it. Take the air out of it. And we were looking for something. We couldn't use a gun because they would hear it. Didn't have one. But it had a knife, and it was a big knife. It's stainless steel, and it looked like it was freshly forged, the blade on it. And it had like a emerald green or something handle that was kind of curved at the bottom, and the top was like some kind of like reddish like in it. And I threw it, opened the window, and I threw it at it, and it deflated, the air started to come out. And then I saw men down there, and they were looking to see what was happening. How come it's losing its air? And they found the knife on the ground, and they looked up, and we were just getting the curtains back to where they were supposed to be, but I know they saw us, and I woke up. So I'm going to go, you all. Thank you for subscribing and joining, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. And just got to be alert. We are living in really fast changing times. I'm not going to say they're changing. No, they're changing fast. It's like in the news stories, they change fast. They change every 2 days, more or less. You can't keep up with all the change. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Thank you all for your comments. They are appreciated, regardless whether you agree or disagree, because it's important to know how you're feeling, what you're thinking. As long as you're not disrespectful, your comment will not get deleted, and you won't get blocked. You'll be allowed to express yourself if you're respectful, even though I may not agree or our moderators may not agree. But it's okay. Welcome your comments. I know that once the videos are done, there's hardly any comments on the end of the videos, no matter how many views they have. It's because the views are being, I guess, blocked by the technology. But your voices still need to be heard. We still need to get our voices out there. That's a way to combat the algorithm and stuff. Make it a point to comment, to keep the video alive, more or less, because after 2 days, the videos, more or less, they die. They lose their lifespan, more or less. We've got to keep the communication open. So I'm going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you, moderators. Love you all.